Forgive him? Actually, he didn't do anything wrong. Please, let him off the hook. But from now on, you'd better behave yourself. Now get lost."
"Thank you, sir."
Riley walked away with Cindy. "Thank you, boss. I'll head back up to my office. Hey, what's your name?" "My name is Kevin. Kevin Williams." He followed Lily back to her new place. "I thought you were still in jail. What did you do to get out so fast?" "I was the one who found him and asked him to come back home with me. Don't forget that Kevin is my husband. Now that he's been released, of course I'll take him back." "I want you to go and get your divorce papers tomorrow." "How could I ever divorce Kevin? Didn't you tell me that Nolan Hill was a good catch?" "Mom, he means nothing to me." Dorothy didn't know anything about what had happened with Nolan. Lily had never mentioned any of it to her because she didn't want her mother to worry. "Come with me, Mom," Lily said as she grabbed Dorothy's hand and took her upstairs. After about 10 minutes, Kevin got up and walked into the kitchen. Once he'd had a good look around, Kevin took out the secret guide that the director had given him to prepare for his mission at the school. According to the book, your body was the best tool you could use. After a while, he decided to go through the cabinets and whip up a meal for Lily and her mother. Dorothy and Lily came back downstairs again. After they finished eating, they went back to their rooms. The next morning, Kevin stepped into the classroom just before the bell rang. Professor Murdock walked in with all her teaching materials and settled in at the podium. Kevin checked to see if anyone was looking and sneaked his phone out of his pocket. "This is Miranda. Kevin, come over here if you can. Dalton's back in the hospital." It was Dominic and Gwen Archer. What Kevin didn't know was that the Archers had always been jealous of Dalton's family. He immediately sent Gwen Archer a message. "How the hell could you do that to the Steele family?" Before he could read her reply, the professor took Kevin's phone and walked back to the podium. "I'm disappointed in you, Kevin." The professor tossed Kevin's phone onto the table, and then she had an idea. "I think it's time for us to choose a student leader. As long as you're all going to be in the same class, I think you should get to know each other socially. So I've decided to treat you to dinner." As soon as she finished speaking, one of the students stood up to address the class. It was Michael Tripp, a young stud from Detroit. "We couldn't possibly let you treat us, Professor. In fact, I'll treat the whole class to dinner, in your honor." He was also trying to buy votes for the election. He really wanted to be the student leader.
"Professor Murdock, I think Mike's right."
"I agree. It would be great for all of us to unwind and get to know you." "Okay, I will." They were all heading out of the building.
"Hey, Kevin, why don't you take a taxi to the hotel?"
"Why would I do that?"
"Don't tell me you drove here."
"Don't bully Kevin anymore." "But I really did drive to school today."
"Let's all go take a look at his car."
Kevin turned around and walked towards his car without saying another word. A few minutes later, Mike looked at the...
"This is your car?"
Yeah, when the others heard this, their jaws dropped. It was worth at least $3 million. "Please, have a seat, Professor. You must be tired after a long day of teaching." As it turned out, Professor Murdock had something to say to Kevin, so she accepted his offer and strapped herself into the passenger seat. She suddenly turned to Kevin. "The School for the Healing Arts is the greatest opportunity in your life. This is your chance to make a name for yourself. I'll definitely work harder from now on. But could you please give me my phone back first? I promise I won't take it out during class. If you want your phone back, you'll have to earn it." Kevin was perplexed. The entire Williams family was waiting patiently in the main room of their mansion in New York. Randall Williams had ordered them all to be there for an emergency meeting. Anyone who was late would immediately be expelled from the family. This was the first time something like this had ever happened in the Williams family. He must have had something urgent to announce. After a little while, Grandpa Williams walked into the room with Thomas by his side.
"I've decided that we all need to work on ourselves, not only with training, but with the help of advanced herbal medication. But there's one thing that all of you must remember. If anyone dares to leak a word of this, I'll show them no mercy. And to achieve our goals, we're going to join the Myriads."
The entire room got so quiet that you could hear a pin drop. "The Myriads are a pretty nasty bunch. Do you really want us to join them?"
"You're right. But we really have no choice. This is the only path we can take. We have to present a unified front and support my father. I'll do what Grandpa wants. Monty's relationship with his wife Hannah had ended because of the fight with Dalton. Now all he wanted was to cause Kevin as much pain as he'd given him. More and more of them came forward to support Grandpa Williams' decision to join the Myriads. Then it's settled. Then he motioned for everyone to leave. After they'd all gone, Randall Williams pulled out his phone and called Seth Roundtree's number. As soon as the call was connected, he told Roundtree that his family was willing to join the Myriads. While this was going on, Kevin was pulling up to the Whistler Hotel with Professor Murdock. He parked in the VIP area and walked in with her. "Hi, we're going to need your largest private room." "Good evening, sir. Our largest private room is the VIP room. Please show us your VIP membership card and we'll get things set up right away." "What kind of rule is that? I don't have a membership card and I'm not from around here. All we need is a room. I don't care how much it costs. I'm willing to cover it." "I'm sorry, sir. Our largest private room is only available for our most exclusive members. Also, the hotel's owner must be present when someone applies for the card. Today, Mr. Cook is attending to some business and isn't on the property. So you can only apply for a basic membership card at the moment. The application fee is $25,000. While Mike was trying to resolve his dilemma, Penny Sutherland walked up to him and suggested, "Why don't I call Mr. Cook for you?" Before she came to Chicago to attend school, her family had given her the contact information for all the famous people in the city. Unfortunately, the call didn't go through. Just then, Kevin walked up to the front desk. He took a card out of his wallet. "Let's see if I can help open up the VIP room for this nice group of students." "I've had enough of you. I'm getting tired of looking at you." There were only 5 cards like this in all of Chicago, and they were only given to the hotel's most prestigious clients. Kevin handed his card. "Sir, is this card really yours?" "This is the card Mr. Cook gave me. Is there a problem with it?" "I'm sorry, sir. I didn't know you had a VIP card. Please accept my apologies for this misunderstanding. Can you please open the private room now?" "Of course. We'll take care of that right away." The head server came down a few minutes later to lead the group up to the top floor. "It's my treat. Get whatever you want." When the food and drinks were carried out to the tables, Mike stood up to give everyone a toast. As he raised his glass, he glanced down at the bill. $300,000 for 15 bottles of wine? Mike said to himself. Then Lionel made an announcement. "Hey, everyone, I think we should just elect Mike student leader right now so we can save ourselves the time tomorrow in class." The students all seemed to agree with him. Professor Murdock stayed out of the discussion. While this was going on, Mike took Lionel aside and asked him to go down to his car and bring back a red gift box that he'd left in the trunk. Lionel came back a few minutes later and handed it to his friend. Then Mike carried the box over to Professor Murdock. "Please accept this small gift from me, Professor." "I'm sorry, Mike, but it's just not appropriate." But before she could finish what she was saying, Mike opened the box. There was a cream-colored pill inside. "This is an augmentation pill, and it can help you really increase your power and mental focus." If this was really an augmentation pill, then she had no choice but to accept it from Mike. "Please accept it, Professor Murdock." "Since you insist, I really have no choice. Professor Murdock, you can't take that pill. This isn't an augmentation pill. I can guarantee that if you take this pill, it will definitely do you a lot of harm. You're jealous that I can get a pill like this and you can't. An augmentation pill is more of a light blue color. Plus it contains some floral ingredients which gives it a beautiful fragrance. It's obviously the wrong color and has no fragrance at all. Professor, if you believe me, you'll give this pill back to Mike. But if you don't believe me, then go right ahead and take the pill."
Hi, Kevin here. If you're wondering what happens next, then stay tuned on the Pocket FM Universe channel for more episodes.